That would be dope.
Brock Purdy, so
Hey, I really want to see that for real because I'm tired of everybody talking about you can't win that way. Well, it's gonna happen eventually, so y'all might as well.
I like it. And if Lamar won, either way, Dak, Dak and Jalen is on Sunday. So the day after tomorrow is the game. Who do you have and why?
I still got Eagles.
Eagles.
I just really feel like that was a bad game. 2, 49ers are almost perfect that game.
What's up? I'm super pumped. Just got done with another workout. It's your boy CVMK33. Connect me on Instagram and on the business page of CVMK_global. You know how I get through it. You know how I get that pump looked. Best pre-workout on the market. www.cvmkglobal.store. Y'all, welcome back to the best podcast on the planet, the CVMK Show, because it is what it is. I'm your host, CVMK himself, Mr. CVMK33. Connect me on the gram. Cody Brown and Marshall Kelly, for them that know, Look, we have an amazing episode because it's Friday. I feel good. I got the tank showing, hit the legs today. I have to cover and discuss what I witnessed yesterday. I witnessed something that blew my mind. A confirming belief, an otherworldly experience. And I want to talk about it today. I want to talk about the fact that not only is LeBron defying age and is the best player and athlete in the NBA still at 38 going on 39 years of age, the rest of the NBA, this new generation, doesn't give a crap about anything. So I brought back the one, the only, Steve-O Speaks, and we'll get to it right after this.
Hey, checking on you haters got bad news. Real dog.
Steve-O!
It's the word.
What is the word, my friend?
Hey, another day, another basketball bouncing, another pass getting thrown. Hey, that's sports season right now. Hey,
that's what it's about. Look, yesterday, I get off work, right? And and I'm staying up late, watch the game. I'm like, cool, get to watch the Lakers play, right? Was shocked, first of all, that Milwaukee looks worse than they did last year. We'll cover that. Cool, whatever. Watch the Lakers. I wanted to watch the Lakers anyway. I wanted to watch LeBron. I didn't really care about the Indiana game. And I'm watching LeBron at 38 going on 39 be the most athletic and dominant player and the most skilled player on the court at age 39. I'm watching him beat Zion and Brandon Ingram up and down the court at age 39. I'm watching somebody that looks like he's in shape go against youngsters who look like they just woke up and played video games and said, screw it, we just here to hoop at age 39. And I thought to myself, not only, I mean, he was already the GOAT, but not only does this confirm what I already knew, it created this weird fear that the NBA is not in good hands. That literally, if LeBron retired today, just say, hey, look, I'm not playing anymore, the future of the NBA is screwed. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I think I have a little bit of pushback on that. Because if you just look at those two I'm pretty sure when everybody say NBA is good hands, we ain't necessarily looking at Bi and Brand and Zion Williamson. That's just not the case.
Yeah.
You got people like see when I think of play, some of my favorite players not only do they can they hoop, but I know they love the game. So Tyrese Halliburton, the Anthony Edwards,
Yeah, he loves the
uh,
game.
the De'Aaron Foxes. Like it's if until he start tweaking the John Morants, like all those what I said before he
Oh,
started
before he
tweaking.
started,
That's what I
right?
said before he started tweaking. It was
Before he
John
went on
Morant.
GTA mode.
Man, but like you got those core few people like either like a Ben Matherin, like those type of people around here that genuinely have a love for the game,
Yeah.
and those are the people I pay attention to. And yeah, don't get me wrong, there's probably more Zions out there more than there are De'Aaron Foxes. There are probably more people like that. That's the difference that separate because that's the what I'm going towards is greatness at the end of the day. LeBron wants to be great, and he's been wanting to be great since he was 14 years old. He's been carrying himself, being as disciplined. If you hear the stories, they were saying he was just as disciplined he was now as he was when he was 14. It's the same thing, and it's just a certain trait of greatness that you see that he has that you can compare to the Mikes, the Kobe's, to every person that you perceive as great. He has that, and you can see that in other people. You ain't gonna always see that with Zion's and the Bi. Some people can just get out the bed and just look like they ready to hoop, and Bi's one of them. He's got an NBA body. He's 6'8", long, can score at pure skill, but that's not enough if you want to be great. That could just make you a good player, a good up and coming player, which we all believe that Bi and Zion is right now. But at the end of the day, it's where you separate yourself with. If you want to go higher, you do more things that results in being higher, which is comes with conditioning. That's why you'll never see LeBron not in the right shape because he wants to be great. He understands what's next to him. He understands he been called the chosen one since he was young, so he can't sit there and slack for nothing.
Do you think that situations like last night, I mean, a 40-point blowout, it wasn't even close. The game was over. Does that send a message to the front office like, let's rethink contracts? You know, and I'm not trying to take away anybody's money, but in the NFL, if you perform like that, they can cut you and not pay you. NFL is a ruthless league. The NBA isn't. It's a very player-friendly league. But when you see the lack of competitiveness, I mean, honestly, the most competitive person on the Pelicans last night was Jose Alvarado.
And CJ, I would say.
Oh, CJ, yeah. I forgot about CJ. And CJ looked absolutely disgusted on the bench. Like, he looked like, I don't believe this. And he didn't want to look at anybody. You know what I'm saying? So he knew, like, the camera was on him, so he tried to just keep a straight face, and he was just looking forward. But you could tell he was like nobody cared. Valanciunas over there giggling. Like, it was real bad body language. If you're Willie Green, no, because it got to go above Willie. If you're the front office of the Pelicans, do you trade Zion? What are you doing?
At this point, I will be start looking because at this point, first of all, I don't know why you gave him that contract. Like, I wouldn't have gave him the contract to begin with. He ain't did anything to deserve it. You basically gave him that contract based off the potential he has. So, yeah, at this point, it's getting to the point where now it's not about potential no more. It's about what you're doing, and he ain't doing enough. So, on top of your weight being an issue, on top of your availability being an issue, now I'm seeing you don't care in a key moment. I don't care what nobody's saying. You in prime time against LeBron in a tournament that can go to the finals of this tournament is a key moment. Eyes was on you,
Right?
And you completely wet the bed. So that's not what I want to see from my franchise player, who I'm paying like a franchise player. So yeah, I'll start be looking for sure.
It's time to go. Hey, what did Robert Williams say? He said James Brown in jail. Pete Rose gotta go.
Rose gotta go.
gotta go. Hey, so the other thing that I think kind of highlighted was Adam Silver might be a marketing genius. The NBA in-season tournaments ratings are through the roof. The other thing is, and we got to talk about it because I've been listening to this. The contracts, the streaming contracts, have not been announced, right? How much money, and I know this is a ballpark, how much money do you think the NBA or these new contracts, what are they going to look like?
Well, we already seen one example. What John Brown got $300 million. So this what these contracts about to be. Jalen Tatum is gonna be probably the next one who probably gonna get about like 360.
They said LeBron could be the first $1 billion contract. He'd be like a Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi.
I don't know if he gets it, but like that $1 billion, like he's not gonna be the one that gets it, but he's gonna be one of the reasons why it's there.
I think so. This is my speculation.
Yeah, ain't nobody finna get no 40-year-old man no $1 billion.
They would have if Tom Brady came back.
They didn't even give Tom Brady crazy money of that magnitude.
And LeBron is showing that age is nothing but a number.
Hey, slow down, slow your roll. You still got to win now.
You do. Tomorrow's the winner. We're gonna get into the projections for tomorrow.
I mean, past that, this ain't like you got to win the whole thing.
Yeah, championship.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he does. You know, no excuses. You got to win. It's now or never. Like it's time to put up or shut up. But I do think before I cut to a break, and let's talk about this. It's gonna be hard now having the GOAT debate because the criteria is different. Jordan, Kobe, Kareem, whoever else you wanted to throw in that did not have the luxury of an in-season tournament. So there's a stat line that they can't ascribe to. Now, even though the in-season tournament's numbers count as league stats, but they don't count as the record. I don't know how that works. But anyway, so there's a lot of inflation in those stats, right? Mm-hmm. So you really can't now compare. It doesn't make sense. But this is what I do respect. And this is why I think LeBron has officially cemented. Oh, he's always been my GOAT, but this is the official cement. When you look at longevity, and granted, Kobe got injured. He tore his Achilles. He didn't make the playoffs past age 34. But 35, 36, 37, 38, and LeBron, you could argue, is having a second, if not third peak. That is something we've never seen. Jordan on the Wizards looked like did not look like MJ. He looked like Jeffrey. He didn't know we couldn't distinguish, between Jeffrey.
I don't know. I think Jeffrey couldn't drop no 40. He was still dropping 40.
He was still dropping numbers, but it wasn't like Air Jordan. He wasn't he was doing that. He was more like it was a very.
I'm definitely finna fade on you real quick.
Right. But LeBron is still throwing lobs, catching lobs, running past. And I'm talking about consistent. I ain't talking about like block Warren Mercy and then we don't hear from you for 5 games. Like this man is playing 30 plus minutes. No, he's playing like 36 minutes a night. He set out the whole fourth because it was up by 40. There's no point to put him back in.
Mm-hmm. Man, it's just God just sat there when he was making them and said basketball great. That's what it was. Like he was meant to do nothing else.
Just to be great.
Just to be great at basketball, bro. I've never seen somebody not get hurt that much as he did.
That's true. He's like avoided injury. Like he has the luckiest whatever. He hasn't.
Like I remember. I think he was playing us, and it was around the time he was with the Heat, and he slipped, and it was that angle where everybody slips, and it looked like the ACL just snapped. Yeah. And I was like, there it is. There it is. That boy popped up, walked off. I said, bro, what is he made of? Is he made of vibranium or something?
He's made of vibranium. That's what it is, man. That's funny. LeBron really could. I mean, LeBron is genetically different. I also think that he appreciated the science of training. And I think yesteryear's athlete did not. Like, they talk about MJ didn't even start lifting into the bad boys, right? So you played 5 years before you really hit the weight.
It wasn't that he wasn't lifted. He didn't change his body. He didn't lift to change his body.
Okay, but LeBron came in day one knowing I got to be the biggest, strongest, fastest dude out here, like at all the same time, right?
Hey, he was at high school.
He was. I mean, he just.
I'm just saying, I don't care. Most of that is genetics. You want to know how I know it's genetics? Hey, Bronny just fell out a couple months ago. Now they talking about his game. He probably having his debut Sunday.
Out him to come back so quickly.
Yeah.
I literally thought, honestly, when I first heard it, I said, it sucks, it's one of those things, but
a lot of people have, like, it's not even like in basketball, I feel like it's more quiet because it's like, I mean, of course the deaths is the ones that get the make, but most people, like, because most people find it out early because I think that's what it was. They found it out early. So it's not like uncommon, but I think in this case, I think they just with Bronny, they found it extremely early.
Yeah, and I'm glad he's made a full recovery. Honestly, I'm looking forward to watching him in the USC. I don't like watching the team without him because Bronny's special.
I've been watching Juju. I ain't been watching the only USC I've been watching.
Yeah,
Juju Watkins been killing.
My bad, but yeah, she has been, on fire. But at the same time, I think Bronny,
they need that.
They need that. The team needs that. The excitement. You know what I'm saying? I think Bronny has the it factor. It's not like LeBron's it. There's two different it's, but it is an it that
he has the it factor just because of his name.
No, it's not. He can actually hoop. He
can hoop, but he ain't that cold.
He can hoop. I want to talk about when we get back. DeMar, the Bulls have announced that they're supposed to be splitting ways with DeMar. And I want to talk about that. I think he's coming home to Cali. California love after this break for our sponsors.
There's a hero in all of us waiting to be unleashed. All it takes is just that one last push. Activate the hero within with CVMK Global Supplements. All natural, steroid-free, designed to enhance performance, build muscle, and increase energy. You are unstoppable. You can do this. Become your own hero at www.cvmkglobal.store.
Y'all, www.cvmkglobal.store. I got done with legs today. It took some Theway for the recovery because it's the best protein. Get it today. 110 calories, 25 grams per scoop. Only at www.cvmkglobal.store. Use code CVMK at the discount. When it says checkout, little bar, use it. 20% off. I'm actually dropping another code. Code alert. I'm going to call this CVMK Christmas. And I'm going to give you 30% off. Dropping it today. www.cvmkglobal.store. Okay, so look. I got to go here. DeMar DeRozan. Apparently, an announcement was made that he will be reevaluated. The Bulls are looking to potentially move off of him. DeMar Darnell DeRozan, my man. Is it time for DeMar to join the Lake Show? What say you this?
I will drive him to O'Hare myself.
Are you serious?
I am dead serious.
Over Zach?
Yes. I mean, Zach can go too, honestly, but but I've been asking for DeMar to go for 3 years almost, it feels like. I can't. This probably could be a short segment because I'm so tired of talking about it. I went through the things. I was so sick. Like, bro, he was only supposed to be here for 1 year. He was supposed to be here for Zach to sign. He signed, and we should have traded him right after that. They put all this thing like, oh, he could be our center. No, Oh no. He was never supposed to be that. He's not going. Yes, he's a great scorer. He's a great player for a certain team, but that team was just not with us without Zoe. Once Zoe wasn't coming back, once we realized that wasn't happening, should have washed your hands with it. Send him. Hey, you can send him back to Toronto or lock him. I'm done. I've been done. Like he just, when it comes down to it, he needs a team that's already done that he could just fit in, and they need you for a specific reason. If you need him to be their focal point for your team, you're not going to win.
So are they releasing him or are they trading him?
Oh, you definitely gonna get traded. He's averaging 25. Like you're, I mean, we ain't averaging 25 now, but he's averaging upwards of 20 points a game. So you're gonna get traded.
So let's talk about possible landing spots. Obviously I want him. I don't want to give up anybody for tomorrow, though. I think the team has chemistry. They like each other. They have culture. I don't think you rock the ship to get rid of somebody to get somebody. I think that if he just ended up getting released, bought out, then you go acquire a DeMar DeRozan, right?
Which probably end up being the likely scenario because I don't see us re-signing him.
No, I don't either. I think that you release DeMar, you trade Zach, because nobody, unless you put Zach and DeMar, the thing is you can't pair them. You're gonna involve another team. It's gonna be like a 4-way trade. So you know where he would actually do some real like damage, but the Bulls aren't gonna do that because he's in the same conference.
With the Heat?
No, Milwaukee.
No, he wouldn't.
Put him as your 2.
You put him as your 2. He's gonna, first of all, he's gonna stifle everything Giannis is doing.
It is gonna slow down. It's gonna slow
down. That 3-point shot is gonna go down because Brook Lopez ain't taking it no more.
Right. That's true.
Pat Connaughton gonna get even worse than he is now. And then you still ain't figured out the good rotation with him and Dame yet. So yeah, I wouldn't do that.
No, look, like I said, release him, let him go to LA. We need him on the Lake Show because he's gonna come up big for us in the playoffs. The Nuggets are the only team in our way. I'm not worried about Golden State. You know, they got a lot of great WWE talent, but I'm not worried about them.
Golden State got
what? They got that WWE. Golden State got that WWE talent, dog.
Hey, never.
Draymond like to fight.
They
got that WWE talent, bro. And so, I mean, I say you get rid of. I'm not worried about Golden State. The three and the Hardy Boys aren't gonna beat us, right? So, so I'm just being honest. Steph and the Hardy Boys, man. So that's one obstacle. The Clippers are gonna beat themselves.
Bro, you know it's cool. They're literally the Hardy Boys now because Hardy Boys look terrible now. And them boys look terrible when they go to state. Jeff Hardy back look like it's for the give out. That's Clay.
That's how the Golden State Warriors look. They look bad. They should have kept White.
Draymond is Matt still fighting, but their legs still don't look right.
They don't look right. And so that's what's gonna happen. I'm not worried about the Clippers. The Clippers are gonna beat themselves. I do not trust the health or the discipline of Harden, Leonard, and like they're talented, but it's like if you get too much of a good thing, it just implodes. That's what it is, right?
We just waiting. We wait. We sitting here waiting. That's why nobody's saying nothing about. You notice ain't nobody really saying nothing about the Clippers because they just staying in the middle of the road for now. Yeah. We just sitting here like we wait for you to crash. We know it's coming,
and everybody knows it's coming. They're like, look, it's coming.
It's coming. We just waiting.
And then you have Sacramento, great team, great young talent, Malik Monk, De'Aaron Fox. I mean, they're just, but the thing about Sacramento is their youth is still kind of working against them.
Somebody need to take a step.
And nobody's taking a step. They're like the most exciting AAU team out there, right?
And I'm hearing a lot of things because that's why we've really been trying to push to trade for Keegan. Keegan need to go somewhere else because Keegan is their key. If Keegan is shooting and they unleash him, he can be the reason why they become a real threat.
Right. I'm not worried about John Morant because I feel like, not John Morant. Well, yeah, John Morant, but the Memphis Grizzlies, that's what I meant. Like,
Yeah, I think that hole is too big a bit of a hole right now. They need to
change playlist.
not even change. Yeah, definitely change playlist. But they need to go back into the drawing board of like building a team because like even then it wasn't built to stand a long time. Like Steven Adams was probably not going to be a long term deal regardless. So you need another big, and you need somebody else that can get a bucket besides Desmond and Ja.
Right.
So I say a shooter. If you get a real shooter that's better than Luke, what was his name?
Kennard.
Was it Kennard? Yeah, Kennard. Yeah. Even though he ain't play terrible, but
no. So not worried about Sac. So that's pretty much the West. It's only really the Denver Nuggets because San Antonio has lost 15 straight. So Houston, I'm not worried about them. They young, they super young down there, and you got.
You ain't worried about Dallas?
Oh, Luka and Kyrie. I want to be worried about them. Like I really, my heart of hearts.
I feel you too. Like you're at the same time, like
I feel like something is just like internally something is just gonna malfunction. So I'm just like, not really. Who I'm most concerned is Denver because Joker. The man doesn't even. I don't even think he cares about what goes on in the United States. He's like, I don't watch it. I don't watch it. I just hoop and I go home.
I just want to go home.
I just want to go. Right. Him, Jamal Murray. Who else is on that team? I'm going to say Will Bartlett. He's not on that team anymore. Aaron Gordon. Bro, even though they got rid of Bruce, but
KCP,
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is still there. Dog, they're hungry. And they don't, and Coach Malone, they don't care. They're like a scary whatever, and you're gonna have to face them again, and they're gonna go at AD's neck. They're gonna be like, put it in the Joker, make him pound and ground or ground and pound, however he's going.
I was just talking to my homie the other day. He said, our problem is y'all keep thinking AD finna change and he finna just come out and be the AD. He ain't gonna do it. AD is AD. Y'all need to find another plan.
I think the plan is, AD doesn't have to do it, right?
And who gonna do it? Because they ain't gonna be LeBron every night.
It's gonna be LeBron every night.
Well, y'all trying. You want that ACL to go pop for real then.
That's why you get DeMar DeRozan, right? So you get DeMar to.
Okay, I see how you folded that back in.
You get DeMar because DeMar is gonna throw off KCP. Like he's gonna think like, man, this dude.
He gonna throw off everybody on that bench. Think about it, because he's on one of the main things now is that he ain't getting nobody up in the air now. Let him go over there and come off the bench. He's gonna start getting everybody up in the air now.
You think so?
They're gonna start biting on it. And the reason they're not biting on it is because that's in his game sheet every night. Oh, watch for the pump fake. Right. Once he's first of all, if you think he's about to come over there and start,
no, he's not starting.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you come over there and start, you just really not trying to put yourself in the best situation to win. No. Like, he could finish the game, but I wouldn't start him.
No, look, second quarter, Reeves at the point, DeMar at the 2. Because we start in Austin. I don't care what anybody say. We start in Austin and Prince. We're not changing up, and so. And D'Angelo be our 1. I'm telling you, Rui at the 3, 4. And then you got Jackson, and then you can throw another. You can throw Christie in there. That's the lineup. We're not, but DeMar coming to LA. DeMar has to know, like, you're not starting. Like, even if you have, and the problem with DeMar is because he is so talented, he can have like a 50-point game and make you think like DeMar should be starting.
And that's the main thing. Like, that's why everybody like, oh, he's not valuable. You can't give him up. I'm like, bro. Just because he's sitting there playing ISO with you all day, he can do it. Don't mean that's gonna get you a win, bro.
That's the issue. He can't. No, DeMar can hoop.
He can hoop, but are you gonna win? That's the main thing that people don't get. Like, well, he ain't. Zach, that's the main thing. Like, well, Zach ain't doing it. I'm like, okay, cool, but we ain't winning still. Like if Zach, I feel like we put Zach in the right situation where he's playing his best. We will start winning, but
Right.
because we're playing this brand of basketball, he's never going to play his best ball.
That's fair.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's my whole thing. It's not a knock against. It's not even a knock against DeMar. It's just I know what you are, and I understand what your value is to the game of basketball. And your value is not being the number one sole provider of this team, and no longer. That's not the brand of basketball that's being played no more.
No,
especially with your optional defensive playing self.
No, that's true. I mean, ISO ball doesn't fly. He doesn't move well without the ball. He's kind of
he don't move without the ball. And the reason why this is the main thing. The reason why his ISO is so bad is because he causes everybody else not to move because they just know that they're not getting the ball. Because once he get that tween, don't even look to go. He gonna make his move unless he just get a bad shot up and he kicks out. But everybody's just like, all right, I'm gonna just stand here and wait for him to kick because if he kick, I better be ready to shoot because it's gonna be like 2 seconds left.
True.
And that's just his game.
I want to talk about when we come back, anticipation for tomorrow's game. The in-season championship is tomorrow. It's going to be LA versus Indiana, and Tyrese Halliburton is shocking me. Like Indiana as a whole is shocking me, but Tyrese Halliburton is shocking me. Maybe we've overlooked how good this young man is. After a quick word from our sponsor.
I literally just tried the best pre-workout on the planet. With Superpower pre-workout, you have increased focus and a power boost every single time you work out. It's not only packed with 225 milligrams of caffeine, but it also has citrulline and creatine. It's insane how much energy and focus I had during my workouts. If you're ready to take your workouts to the next level, then ditch your current pre-workout and get the Superpower pre-workout to be your own hero.
www.cvmkglobal.store for the best supplements they are. Hey, I want to do this. Have we underestimated Tyrese Halliburton?
I think some people have, but if you've been paying, I think coming into last year, I think if you just been paying attention, this is not shocking. Like I came in, I was like, okay, this dude probably gonna. Last year, I was like, he made a case that he's probably a top 10 guard. Then after I seen that game against Boston, I made a video on NBA Central. I was like, yeah, this dude top 3 guard. After playing Boston, I was like, yeah, he a top 3 guard. And then when I seen him do 2 games after that, I'm like, he just confirmed it. He's a top 3 guard. He's a top 3 point guard in this league now, and you can't dispute it.
Tomorrow is the championship, in-season tournament championship. Out in Las Vegas. All eyes on me. Right.
All eyes on me.
Right. Very Tupac-ish. I think
very Tupac-ish. Wow.
Very Tupac-ish. I think it's gonna break ratings records. I also think we're seeing I don't even know how to describe it. We're seeing the best of the college game with the 1 game knockoff in the professional ranks. And whether you are a fan or not, you have to love the competitiveness. I have the Lakers winning by decisive 8 points. What are you taking on this thing?
I mean, when we talk about talent, it should end that way. But what we not taking in or thing is these dudes is hungry. So if you think you finna have a little easy road with them, they not, because they're hungry. And they're not a small team either. So you got coming out with a 6'6" guard already. Then you got Ben Mathurin, who's a whole lightning bolt coming off the bench. That's a spark that people don't talk about, on top of the adding on Opie on top of Bruce Brown. Like, it's just a completely different team now. So the defense is there, the offense is starting to be there, and now that they somewhat have some depth that's got some size on them, it's not going to be an easy task. But if the Lakers is clicking like they've been clicking, they could beat them decisively by 8.
If the Lakers win, what does this mean for the Lakers?
It shows you that well, I feel like it showed well, for one, it shows you that this NCAA tournament is just not a thing where we thought just the younger teams and the teams that didn't have nothing to compete for was going to be the only people in contention of winning this. So that's going to put that out the door. And then it's also just going to tell you that, okay, well, it confirms what Rob Pelinka did in making the moves that saved them, that made them have that long stint in the playoffs, and it proves that those was actually solid moves to begin with. Because now people got tape on the people that did research on you. They done played you almost a full year now, so it's paying off. So I think that's what mainly it shows you from a Lakers standpoint.
If the Pacers win, what does this mean for the Lakers?
Just got beat by a scrappy young team.
See, this is why I push back on that. If the Pacers win, it shows
depending on the results of depending on the results of how they win. Like, okay, if AD didn't show up, then that's gonna be an uproar. If AD and them show up, ain't too much is gonna say. If LeBron don't have the night, it's gonna be the LeBron detractor that's gonna go off. But besides that, I don't think it's gonna be a big deal if they lose.
This is what I think. If the Pacers win, and let's say AD doesn't show up, as you say, I think it sends ripples, and now it's time to make a trade. Right?
Off this? They're not going to be ready.
I mean, because here's what I'm saying. In the big moment, when they needed you, you ever heard of foreshadowing? If I can't depend on you on, championship, we're talking about $500,000 per player on the line. You're talking about $500,000 for a game. 48 minutes to $500,000. And I can't depend on you then? What makes me think you're gonna come through?
But I feel like the same people that's gonna say that we can also just put on like this the same team that we just see beat Boston, and we can all agree that Boston is better than the Lakers right now, and they beat them handedly.
They did.
So it's not like you, like if you lost against the Wizards, they're gonna say something. Like if the Wizards came up to this point, regardless of how they being played, Memphis, then there's something to be said. But when you see a star emerging out of a team, and it's almost like when they lost that, for example. When they they did lose. It's almost like that time when they lost against OKC when LeBron broke the record. Like he broke the record, no matter. Yeah, they lost to a team with with Shea's losing his mind. Okay, they wanted it more, but he still got his team. It's gonna be the same thing. I really don't think they're gonna get, unless like AD completely just doesn't show up. Like that happens, then somebody gonna say it. But if he gonna get that little, he give you 20 and 10 and y'all lose, or he give you that 18 and they're gonna be like, he didn't do enough, but hey, it's his season tournament.
I hope, this is my hope and prayer. Hope the Lakers win. I hope they win decisively. I hope AD shows up, balls out of his mind. I hope we can pass the torch so LeBron doesn't have to do everything on the Lakers. And I hope this is
that torch is burnt out by now.
I hope this is a sign that what's coming is a championship in May. I want to cover one more topic. We have the Eagles and the Cowboys coming this Sunday. This game decides the NFC, honestly. Is it Dak's year, or did Jalen just have a bad game? After this quick break. Yo, what's up? It's your boy CVMK33. Look, you're watching the CVMK show, the Cody Bernard Marshall show, because it is what it is. So what you waiting on? Subscribe, share, like, comment, or whatever you do. Stay tuned. CVMK show. Y'all, subscribe, YouTube. 4 letters, 1 word. CVMK. Real simple. We just cracked 7,000 subscribers. Thank you all to those that have been watching. I really appreciate, your support and everything. So let's grow together, guys. CVMK. So Dak, Jalen, Cowboys win, cements Dak as the NFL's MVP. Well, depending on how they win, Dak can't do like 150 yards. No, okay. But let's just say they win and he has a monster game. Cements him. Sold. Eagles win. Reaffirms everybody's belief that the Cowboys can't do it. Dak is not the quarterback for the Cowboys. And it's just another wash year. They take this momentum right into the playoffs. And possibly we'll see a rematch of Kansas City, because I don't see them being beat in the playoffs, versus the Eagles or the 49ers. The 49ers, Brock Purdy is, the 49ers are a tough little team, So, but it would either be the 49ers or it's going to be the Eagles. It's not like, the Detroit Lions are not making it. I'm sorry. I don't care what's happening. Jared Goff. Yeah, Detroit's
they're going to fall off a cliff.
Yeah, they about to nosedive. So it's going to be Patty versus whoever else.
I don't know if Patty making it, bro.
Who coming out the AFC?
It might be two of them. To be honest, it might be Baltimore too.
Yeah, Lamar, he been balling.
And it's not through the Pat, but it's just like, Matt Nagy get some of the play calls out there, and then some of these wide receivers they can't catch. It's a lot of stuff it's a lot of issues over there in the KC.
True. It could be Lamar's year. I hope that'd be nice little, Lamar versus Jalen or Lamar.
That would be dope.
Brock Purdy, So.
Now that hey, I really want to see that for real, because I'm tired of everybody talking about you can't win that way. Well, it's gonna happen eventually, so y'all might as well.
I like it. Hey, and if Lamar won, either way, Dak, Dak and Jalen is on Sunday. So the day after tomorrow is the game. Who do you have and why?
I still got Eagles.
I
just really feel like that was a bad game. 2, 49ers was almost perfect that game.
They were.
And plus they got Debo back. And we all know that was a difference. People try to act like, Purdy was just killing. No, he been getting Debo back. Debo been back the last 2 to 3 weeks, and it's been an uptick ever since. And that's the real thing. So like these two teams are just so well, those two teams between the Eagles and the 49ers they're so almost equally talented. It's almost hard to tell, but I feel like there's a clear distinction of which team is more talented between Dallas and the Eagles. And I think the Eagles just a more talented team and got the better quarterback.
The Eagles are a more, I don't know if I can say talented, because
they're more talented
on
from
defense,
top to bottom.
They have a better quarterback, without a shadow of a doubt. Jalen Hurts is.
They got the better quarterback. They got a better O-line. They got a better D-line. They got a better linebacker core, and they got a better. And they got they did. No, they got the better secondary now. That their best secondary on the Dallas is not there no more.
Oh, Stephon.
Is his name Stephon? Trayvon. He out for the year.
Yeah, Trayvon Diggs.
He out for the year.
Yeah, I have the Eagles winning because the Cowboys are due for a choke. They just due for, like, it's just something is gonna just happen. Like, I got the Eagles.
Yeah, they've been having some easy wins.
Yeah, but I also think you can't rattle Jalen, and I think last week's game, because the 49ers, they wanted it more, and all things were clicking. It wasn't like I've heard. Did I hear Bill Parcells say Brock Purdy reminds you of Joe Montana?
Probably.
I think I heard him say that.
That's why that's typically why when Bill Parcells is on, I turn the TV off and the sound off. I just watch the game.
No disrespect to Bill, but Joe Montana and Brock, no. But I think that what we're witnessing is the NFL is not like the NBA. You're going to have moments in the seasons where it looks like everything is coming to naught. Really, the teams that are supposed to be there get there, right? Like in the NBA, you really can't have a Cinderella moment and you can be like Golden State and knock off Dallas. That really doesn't I'm talking about like stacking them Golden State. We're talking about Steph.
Yeah.
All right. We believe Golden State.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Like
Golden State that made me like Golden State. Yeah.
Right. That usually doesn't happen in the NFL. What you're going to see is what's proven is what's true. And the Eagles are going to pull this one out. Now, the AFC, you're right. Kansas has a lot going. They don't have a great wide receiver talent. They needed Juju Smith-Schuster. Losing him was a huge blast. Losing Tyreek the season before was a huge hurt. You're losing Eric Bieniemy. I mean, like, they've lost pieces, and you can feel it. You can see it. Like, they look, they just don't look the same, And I think without those pieces, no matter how great Patty Mahomes is, you can't overcome some canyons. And I think this might be the year we figure out the canyon is too deep, right? Especially in the playoffs. The canyon is too deep. It could be Lamar's. It could be, or it could be Tua's. You got Tua's got Waddle and all the boys down there. So, I mean, we'll see. We got a couple more weeks left. But if I had to pick it for right now, if I had to pick a Super Bowl, I honestly think in my heart of hearts, because I never count a champion out. I always say you're the champion until you lose. So I'm going to go with Kansas City versus the Eagles for a rematch. And I have the Eagles winning because this year is different. I have Jalen Hurts becoming the face of the NFL. I have him winning decidedly, right? Not like a close game either. I have the Eagles winning, and I have Jalen Hurts, doing what he does. Steve-O, man, where can they connect with you?
Hey, follow me at Steve-O Speaks on everything from X to Instagram and NBA Central, as well as the rest of the Central fam on YouTube.
Y'all connect with Steve-O. Connect with your man, CVMK, at the CVMK Show on YouTube. Instagram, it is what it is _show, CVMK_global, CVMK33. But I want you to hit the like, share, subscribe button right there in the corner. You won't regret it. And I almost forgot. And where the best supplements are, y'all. www.cvmkglobal.store. And until next time.
If you think exercise alone got me looking like this, well, think again. CVMK Global Super Thick got me right. I'm obsessed, and yeah, I won't stop talking about it because it helped me grow in all the right places. Its creatine provides a fast and reliable way to increase your power, size, and shape, and it's scientifically proven to help you reach your physical goals in a safe, controlled manner. So if you want to increase muscle size, pump, and thickness in your muscle groups, you need Super Thick.